Hi, I'm Larry Richardson and welcome to Fit Body, Fit Mind, your practical guide to aging, the beginner workout series. Now before you begin these workouts, make sure that you've gotten your doctor's permission to work out. This exercise series is for people who are sedentary or may have health challenges of one sort or the other, or maybe you're just not experienced working with resistance. If that's you, get your doctor's approval and then use this video. The next thing I want you to do is pick up a copy of Fit Body, Fit Mind, your practical guide to aging on either Xeniors.com, that's seniors but with an X, Xeniors.com, which is our website, or on Amazon.com. Reading and using the videos in conjunction will make sure that you get the most out of these videos. Now the other thing I want you to know is when you're working out with resistance, make sure you have proper form and total control over the resistance you're working with. That means you need to know how to pick up the weights, you need to know to exhale when you're exerting, and inhale when you're bringing the weight down. Those are really the principles that I'm going to show you in this video. Now the first exercise we're going to do is calf raises. What we're going to do in this video is work up from our feet, up through our body, right up to our shoulders. So the first thing we're going to do is calf raises. What you want to have handy is a nice and sturdy chair. So bring out your chair, hold on to the back of it, and what we're going to do is 10 calf raises. Now if you can only do 5, do 5. You're going to build up strength, don't give up. If you can only do 3, do 3. Do whatever you can do with proper form and don't worry about the rest. Also, if you feel pain, stop, and we're going to have to find another exercise that works that part of the body. So let's just get started. Here's our calf raises. So we're going to go up, hold for a second, and then lower down. There we go. Up on the toes, down. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. That's 3, 4, stand nice and straight, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now what that's doing is it's building up our calves. If you feel any tightness when you're doing calf raises, stop and stretch out a little bit. You can do a little bit of a wall stretch. Don't bounce, just ease into the stretch and stretch out your calves. So that should feel really good right through the calves. So that's our first exercise. Very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do leg raises. Now these are a very basic exercise that will help to build up your upper leg. So what we do is we hold on to our chair again for balance and we kick back. So lift your leg. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead and you should be feeling that right here. And we'll do this 10 times for each leg. So that's good for your thighs and your buttocks. Try to stand as straight as you can. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10. Here we go. And again, you should feel that right in the back of your leg. And what we're doing is we're building up strength. We're building up strength that will improve your mobility. You'll be able to get up and down stairs better, in and out of cars, all the things that you have to do in your day. Fit Body, Fit Mind, your practical guide to aging, is all about aging well. It's about mobility. It's about being able to go out and seize the day. It's about embracing the world. So these are the exercises that will give you more strength so that you can do what needs to be done. Now the next exercise we'll do will be kickbacks, just like the leg raises we were doing before, with a curl thrown in. So here's the proper form. Kick back, curl. Come up as far as you can. And we'll do 10 of these total, 2 legs. That counts as 1. Here comes 4. This is the 5th one. You should feel that in the back of your legs. Here comes number 7. 8. And here comes 10. Now again, if you felt any kind of tightness in your upper thigh, your hamstrings, then go ahead, do those wall leans again. Just do that. Don't bounce, don't force it, ease into the stretch. So this will help you to do that. And there we go. So those are our initial standing leg exercises. Now what we're going to do is use our chair in a different position. The next set of exercises we're going to perform are from a seated position. So find your chair, a nice firm chair with no arms, and get ready for the next set. Now these again are exercises that will improve your mobility, they'll improve your staying power. The first exercise we want to do is chair stands. Now before we do 10, I want to show you 2 versions of chair stands. The first one would be simply to sit with your back straight and assist yourself in getting up. Assist yourself with your arms. So you would just go like this. Keep your back straight and rise up out of the chair. This is very good for your thighs and your hips, and your abdominal muscles should also engage, so it's good for your core. So again, keep your back straight and come up. Now, if that was really easy for you, what you want to do is try it like this, unassisted. This will absolutely build strength in your thighs, your hips, and your abdominals. So engage all 3 when you come up. There you go. You should feel that in the front of your legs. This is just a really good core exercise, a really good strength builder. So let's do 10 of these. And remember, exhale, inhale. What that does is it helps you to control your blood pressure as you're engaging your muscles. Now, if you have any balance problems at all, have someone assist you, or you can use a chair with arms if you have to. Something to give you a little bit of stability. So this is 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And if you want to go all the way up to 12, go ahead. We're doing 10, we're just averaging it out. Really your goal should be between 8 to 12 for most of these exercises. Now for the next exercise we're going to do from a seated position, these are leg lifts. So we're going to work on the front of our thighs. Now if you want to, for experts, you can ball up a towel, fold up a towel, and put it under the front of your legs, right here. And that way it will give you a little bit more lifting ability if your feet are on the floor. So what we're going to do is sit straight again and bring our feet as far up as we can. Just like this. So bring it up, hold it, keep your toe pointing forward, bring it back down. So that counted as 1. There's 2. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. That's 3. That's 4. So again, bring your feet up as high as you can, but certainly don't force it. Don't force yourself into pain. You should just feel a little bit of exertion as you're lifting your leg. It's 5. 6. 7. 8. And here comes 10. So that's your basic leg lift. And hopefully you did that and you felt it in the front of your legs. That will help you to build strength right there. The next exercise we're going to do is for our lower back. So again, and our hips. So again, we're moving up. We took care of our calves, then our thighs. Now we'll take care of our hips and our lower backs. And these exercises, we're going to lean forward. If you have any kind of blood pressure problem, or you have a problem with pressure in your eyes, or any of that type of issue, or if you had hip surgery, be sure to get clearance from your doctor. That is a must in Fit Body, Fit Mind, your practical guide to aging. Always get clearance from your physician before doing any exercises that are in the book or in this video series. It's just very important because some of these exercises, if you have chronic health conditions, it can actually make them worse. So please promise me you'll take care of that detail before you even start calf raises. So here we go. Now we're going to do our lean forwards. So it's just like this. Bring your hands down as far as you can, and then come up with a nice straight back. You should feel that in your lower back. If you feel tweaking, the exercise might not be right for you. You should not feel any pain in your lower back. A little exertion, the muscles should be working, but you shouldn't feel pain. So come down as low as you can. And then exhale on the way up. So that was 2. Inhale. Exhale. That's 3. 4. Go all the way down. As far as you can. Don't force it. 5. And come all the way to the starting position. Don't come halfway up. 'Nice straight back. 6. 7. 8, 9, and 10. Now again, if you can only do 3, 5, 7, however many you can do, just keep doing it. You will get stronger. Also, if you can only come forward this far, that's fine. That's your range. Work with it. You know, maybe you'll be able to stretch out and come down a little bit further, but if you can't, that's okay. Just work with it. Now what I'm going to do is get my free weights so we can do bent over rows in the chair. Now what I want you to remember when you're working with weights is use an appropriate weight. Use a weight that you can handle with proper form and total control through the full range of motion. Now how do you find that level of weight? You really need to experiment. Go to your local sporting goods store and see how much weight you can handle easily. So go up to where they have the rubberized dumbbells and maybe start out at half a pound or 1 pound, whatever you want. But just start out with it and just see what feels comfortable. Can you bring it up for a curl without jerking the weight, contorting your body, or in any way struggling to lift it? Because that's not the point. What you really want is a weight that gives you a little bit of exertion in the front of your arms, or whatever muscles we're working with, a little bit of exertion, but you really don't want to be like this. That's not the point of Fit Body, Fit Mind, your practical guide to aging. What we're looking for is a weight that you can handle smoothly that gives you a little bit of work. And what I usually do myself is when I find that weight that's in the sweet spot, then I'll buy a weight that's a little bit lighter and a weight that's a little bit heavier. That way, if I'm having a day when I'm fatigued, I can go down a little bit on the weight and still work out. And then if there's days where I feel like, hey, all of a sudden I'm at 12 repetitions and I want to work myself a little bit harder, then I will try the heavier weight and see if I can handle it with proper form and control. That's just so critical. Form and control is what will keep you from getting injured and make it possible for you to work out for a long, long time and just keep getting stronger, have more mobility and more independence. So here we go. One thing I wanted to show you is when you pick up weights, and I don't care how much weight it is, whether it's the lightest weight you've ever held or the heaviest weight, and we're also talking about a bag of groceries or your shoes. Always pick them up with proper form. Come down like this with a straight back, keep your feet planted, grasp them, and then bring them up using your thigh muscles, your buttocks muscles, and your knees. You absolutely don't want to go up to a weight and just pick it up like that. I can tell you there's people who work out in gyms and they go over to the weight rack and they do that and they get disabled. It just pulls their backs out, pulls their shoulders out, and it leads to a heck of a lot of trouble. So what you really want to do is make sure that you always respect the weights. Always come down like this when you're putting them back, and then when you're picking them up, pick them up like that. Do not just snatch them, don't grab them, don't throw them around. So that's our weight lesson, our weight handling lesson. So now what we're going to do is bent over rows. Sit a little bit toward the front of your chair so that the weights don't rub against the chair itself. Now look forward, keep your back straight, come down to 45 degrees. Now what this is going to do is work our shoulders. So let the weights hang down and then bring them up with your elbows close to your body. That's working your upper back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 10. Now carefully come up like this. And if you don't have the strength, you may come down and put the weights down like this and bring your back up. Otherwise, what I recommend is that you come up and then put the weights down like this. So it's all about just keeping proper mechanics in every motion you do. That's the best way to prevent injury, and it also makes sure that you'll stay in the game, you'll be able to continue to work out, and you'll get the most out of every exercise. So the next set of exercises that we're going to do will be standing weight exercises. If you have shoulder problems, you may want to substitute this exercise for the shoulder exercises that we're going to do in a few moments. It's called the shoulder shrug. So let's go down and pick up our weights. Again, feet planted, back nice and straight. And the exercises we're about to do would normally involve raising up the weights in front of us and raising the weights up to the side to build our shoulders. If neither of those versions agree with you, you may want to do shoulder shrugs. It's a very basic exercise. You relax your shoulders, you stand straight, you have your palms facing toward your thighs, and you just bring it up. Bring your shoulders up toward your ears, and then lower down. Exhale, inhale. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now when you come down, make sure that your shoulders feel nice and relaxed. Now we're going to do standing weight exercises. You want to make sure that if you're going to do standing weight exercises that you have good balance. If you don't have good balance, some of these exercises can be performed from a seated position. So the first exercise I want us to do is side tilts. So come down like this. Again, keep your feet planted, your back straight. Bring your weight up. If you have a problem picking up the weights off the floor, you can certainly put them on a counter or on a table. But for our purposes, we're just going to show that proper form of picking them up off the floor. So what we do in this exercise, which will work our side abs, our side stomach muscles, is tilt. So we go like this. And we'll do it 10 times to each side. So don't go too far. You don't want to strain your lower back. Just go nice and easy. Tilt, hold, come back up. Exhale, inhale. So that's 4, 5, nice straight back. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should feel that in the muscles on the side of your stomach. And we're going to do abdominal crunches a little bit later that will work the muscles in the front. And that's a great exercise to build our core strength. Everything we do in our daily lives, lifting, getting out of things, getting out of cars, going upstairs, you should always have your core engaged and a little bit of your lower back, and that keeps us nice and solid, so everything we do with our arms and legs is well coordinated. That's why the core is so important. So now we'll do 10 tilts on the other side. That's 1, 2. Again, you shouldn't be straining with the amount of weight you're using. If you're straining, go down in weight. If it's too easy, go up in weight. But when you go up in weight, do it just gradually. I believe that's number 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. So those are side tilts, and again, that's for the side of our abdomens. The next exercise we're going to do requires 2 weights. We're moving on to our shoulders. So the first thing we want to do is forward raises. Now if you have lower back issues or shoulder issues, this may be difficult for you. So you really don't want to do this exercise if you feel pain. But if you don't feel pain, it's fantastic for building up your shoulders. So what we're going to do is raise them in front of us. So put the weights in front of you with your palms facing your body and bring them up. Hold for a second, come down. Exhale, inhale. That's 3. 4. 5. Bring them up to shoulder level. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And you should feel that in your shoulders. The next one we're going to do is side raises. So put the weights with your palms facing towards your thighs, and then we're going to bring them up to shoulder level. Exhale on the up, inhale on the down. Exhale, inhale. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. You should really feel that in your shoulders. The next exercise we're going to do is a shoulder press. So bring the weights up like this. This will be our starting position. And then exhale up, inhale down. That's 1. 2. 3. Go all the way up. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. You should really feel that in your shoulders. The next exercise we're going to do is an exercise that's familiar to everybody. It's the biceps curl. So what we want to do is go down, pick up our weights, feet planted straight back. There we go. We just actually worked our thighs and our buttocks again. So it's that simple. So what we want to do is face your palms forward, holding the weights by your side, and maintain complete proper form and control throughout the motion. Don't race. Don't jerk the weight up. Don't struggle. If you are, go down in weight. You should not feel any pain. You should feel exertion. Just a little bit of exertion will do your muscles a lot of good. So here we go. Exhale on the up, inhale on the down. That's one, and I want you to go all the way down. No cheating. Don't finish half or 3/4 of the way down. That's 2. That's 3. It's 4. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And here's our last one. And that's 10. That's very good for your biceps. Make sure when you perform that, you're standing straight and you go all the way through the motion. I don't want you to finish here. I don't want you to finish like that. You shouldn't have to struggle. You should be able to go all the way down. If you go all the way down, you're fully extending the muscle and then you're fully contracting the muscle. That does a lot more for you than standing and going like this. So that is our biceps curl. Now we're going to keep one weight and we're going to perform triceps extensions. This can be done from a seated position if you wish. What we do is we bring the weight up, hold your arms straight, and we go back. Stabilize your arm with your other hand. It's 1. Inhale. Exhale. That's 2. Try to keep that arm straight and your elbow close to your head. It's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And then bring it down carefully. Again, the muscle you're working with this exercise is the back muscle on your upper arm. And a lot of people, they feel like they're flabby in that area. This is the exercise that will tone that for you. So now we'll do the other side. It's 1. Exhale. Inhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it down carefully, and that was excellent. If you finished that, that was excellent. Again, we're going for 8 to 12. If you can only do a couple of those, do them. Work up. You'll get stronger. When you feel stronger, add in another repetition. So just keep working that way. Be patient. If you've been sedentary or you have some kind of chronic condition, it may take you a little bit longer to build up that strength. But that's the strength that's going to enable you to be mobile and independent. It will open doors for you and let you embrace your world. So now we'll move on to our next exercise. Let's do some wall leaning push-ups. We're doing these instead of traditional push-ups because traditional push-ups can be very difficult even for reasonably fit people. So what we're going to do is stand about 1 to 1.5 feet away from the wall, put our hands on the wall just below shoulder height and about shoulder width apart. And then what we do is we just lean in. That's 1. Exhale. Inhale. That's 2. 3. Keep your back nice and straight. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. So you should feel that in your chest. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, then put your feet a little further away from the wall. Don't go so far away from the wall, though, that either you're going to hurt your wrists when they're pressed against the wall or you're going to fall. So just be really careful with that. And another thing some people do for this type of push-up is if you live somewhere where there's a bench of some sort or a wall that maybe is up at this height, you can also lean into that and do push-ups that way. So it's totally up to you. Now we'll move on to the next exercise. The final exercise we're going to do is part of Fit Body, Fit Mind, your practical guide to aging, the beginner exercise series, is abdominal crunches. Abdominal crunches will help us to build a nice strong trunk so that whenever we have to get out of a car, go upstairs, or carry anything, we'll have a nice base to work from. Our arms, our legs work off of this trunk. It protects our backs, it protects our shoulders. So let's get going. We're going to do abdominal crunches. So what you want to do is have a yoga mat, something nice and soft to lean back on so that you're not right on the hard floor. Get back, plant your feet on the floor flat, have your knees up in the air just like this, put your arms behind your head, and we're going to lift up using our abdominals, but we're not going all the way up. This is not a sit-up. So all we have to do is lift our shoulders, and we're using our stomach muscles, our abdominals, to get it done. So let's get started. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now some people, when they're doing abdominal crunches, they do them because they think it's going to give them an extremely flat stomach or a six-pack of abs. Now, it won't do it on its own. If that is your plan, you also really must diet. In fact, most of the gain you're going to make in that area, in terms of having, a ripped stomach, will come as a result of dieting. Personally, I'm 50 plus, a ripped stomach isn't my biggest concern. I'd rather have the strength and mobility that comes from a strong core. So that's pretty much why I do abdominals. Now we're going to do our stretching session next to finish up our workout, but first I just want to say, please, if you haven't already, go to Xeniors.com, that's seniors with an X, Xeniors.com, our website, for the latest information on fitness. You'll also find our book, Fit Body, Fit Mind, your practical guide to aging well there. You also can find the book on Amazon.com. please, if you're doing these exercises, buy the book. You're going to find more explanation of each exercise. You're going to find news about aerobic exercise, strength training, eating a proper diet, and brain-boosting activities. So please, go take a look, buy the book. It will help you. So thank you, and let's go on to our stretching session.